Hi everyone. Good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, salam alaikum. I hope you're all well, fine, healthy, safe. So guys, I welcome you all to this session, and this session is primarily addressed to the parents because I have been recently getting a lot of messages from the parents in my Telegram and asking me about the courses because जो courses ने launch किए थे, it seems बच्चे वो लेना चाह रहे हैं and they're asking their parents to for the permission, and parents are asking कि ये है क्या, right? So in this session I'll be telling you about mathematics program and when should you ask your child to get prepared for mathematics Olympiad, and when should you also say no. And this is a very important aspect that I'll be addressing today कि कब अपने बच्चे को ना बोलना है कि this program is not for you, or maybe you can wait a couple of years later and then you can be a part of this program. And also going along, we'll be also discussing the journey, किस तरीके से journey रहती है, what are the expectations from the parents, because of course this जो मैं बहुत बार बोल चुका हूँ, this is one of the toughest exams your child is ever going to face in their lives. And again your support is of immense importance because ऐसा देखा गया है कि child बच्चा बहुत अच्छा होता है and वो प्रिपरेशन कर रहा होता है बट उसको सपोर्ट नहीं मिलता घर से एंड कांस्टेंट आवाजाही कांस्टेंट गालियाँ मिलती रहती हैं एंड अल्टीमेटली द चाइल्ड गेट्स वेरी डिमोटिवेटेड एंड अगेन ही इज नॉट एबल टू परफॉर्म एट द top potential, right? So guidelines for the parents, expectations for the parents, that also we are going to discuss, and of course it is going to be a very short session because parents के लिए है ये. So I'll be to the point, and of course I'll be taking all the queries later on कि जो भी queries हैं उसको जो भी आपकी queries होंगी I'll be taking those queries also in the end. So let us get started with this session. Okay. So this is, by the way, my Telegram ID. This is my mail ID. For those of you who want to get in touch with me for any kind of help, if you want to ask any more questions which I will not be able to address in today's session, you can always get in touch with me. I'm very active on Telegram, and also you can write a mail and I'll definitely respond. Yes? So let us get started. This is the playlist which is there in the description of all YouTube videos, and this is for all the students. They better know about these, and of course they can all see that in one place. So this is the question that we are going to address today. Should my child prepare for Maths Olympiad? Because he's been constantly banging on my head about Maths Olympiad, and I want to prepare for Maths Olympiad, and I feel that, I mean, I'm talking as a parent, I feel that the child is not that so good. So should I go ahead and push my child to prepare for Maths Olympiad? This is the question that we are addressing. And of course, going forward, how do I really know if my child is showing high promise in maths? मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि my child is very good in maths, and I should, of course, get him do certain things which are beyond his school curriculum. So this is what we are going to address today in a very simple points, right? So guys, कैसे पता लगेगा? How do I really know? And this is for the students also. तुम्हें कैसे पता लगेगा that you are very good in mathematics? So again, scoring good math marks in your school test is one thing, but this is totally different from what you expect at the Olympiad level. So how would I know as a parent if my child is showing high promise in mathematics? And as a child, how would I know that I am really prepared to get and to prepare myself for Maths Olympiad now? So these are certain points that I have mentioned. So let us discuss these points one by one. So first and the foremost point is your child is really excited about mathematics, right? So when we talk about mathematics, he is really inclined. वो maths के numbers से बहुत ज़्यादा fascinate हो रहा है या हो रही है. Maths का नाम लेके उसकी आंखें चमक जाती हैं as compared to other subjects like science and social science and English and languages and whatnot. So if he is really excited about mathematics, so this is one point, that one thing to keep in mind, that your child is really having a great interest in mathematics. Next is greater mastery of content and skills relative to peers. So if he is performing better than his peers in schools or in tuitions or whatever around him, अगर वो schools के अंदर, tuitions के अंदर, if he is performing better than, doing better than what his friends are doing, then of course that is another indication that your child is very good in mathematics, and of course you should be doing something to get him associated to some Olympiad, some kind of Olympiad program which is beyond his school curriculum. Finds maths homework too easy and even boring, right? So this is one of the more important things which is very common with students having good mathematics caliber. The school curriculum is way too easy for them. I mean, they are able to do this in a jiffy and very quickly, and they find it very boring. Ki ye kya hai? This is not the kind of mathematics that they want. They are looking for some good mathematical puzzles and all. Rapid comprehension. They're able to comprehend really well. This is very important, the fourth point. That is, a child learns not only in mathematics but also in other fields at faster pace and greater depth than same age peers. So greater comprehension. So if he is able to comprehend questions thrown at him in a very easy way, right? For example, even not talking about the school questions. So again, school questions, everyone is able to do. So if you've seen a school question, school kind of question, the one is which is there in your school books, usko modify kar diya, then of course, I'm not talking about those questions. But those kind of questions which may be totally new to him. ठीक है, सुडोकू हो गया या कोई भी मैथमेटिकल पजल है, लॉजिकल पजल है, the kind of questions he has not seen before, and if he is able to comprehend, I'm not talking about solving, I'm only talking about comprehend what the question is trying to say and how, forming an algorithm कि इसको ये कर सकते हैं, इसके बाद ये कर सकते हैं, इसके बाद ये कर सकते हैं. He may or may not be able to solve the question, but again, अगर वो एक structure बना लेता है कि this is how precisely we are going to solve it, and even if he is not able to form the structure of the solution, but अगर वो कम से कम comprehend कर जाता है कि question का मतलब क्या है, what is he trying to ask in a deeper way, then of course that is another indication. And last and not the least is long preoccupation in different efforts, like a chess champion in a long game. So again, so these are the kind of things, for example, Sudoku champion, chess champion, other things like doing fast calculations, Vedic mathematics, right? So if it is that kind, then again, that is a good enough indication for your child to prepare for Maths Olympiad. So these are some of the things. Of course, there will be others, but these are some of the most common things which I see around the students who come to us and prepare for Maths Olympiad, and of course, who succeed, and move on to other stages of Maths Olympiad. So these are the aspects that you should be looking at. Excited about mathematics, greater mastery of content and skills relative to peers, find maths classroom really boring, rapid comprehension, and of course, if there are other interests and where he is very good at. Right, so this is one thing that you should be looking at. Of course, you should also be able to say no. Now, why does a child prepare for Maths Olympiad? So of course, there are a lot of reasons, of course, I'll be giving you later. But of course, one of the reasons is, which I've mentioned in the last, gathering attention. ये एक बहुत ज़्यादा आजकल कॉमन सा तरीका है, because in this age of Instagram and Facebook, where like is something which all the students require. ठीक है, सबको like चाहिए आजकल, ठीक है, that means सबको attention चाहिए. So होता क्या है, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि a child is not good at studies, he is not good at anything, and he likes attention. He would want something of comprehensive attention kind of thing to be given to him. And वो क्या करना चाहता है, वो ऐसी चीज करना चाहता है जो शायद उसके आसपास के बच्चे नहीं कर रहे हैं, नहीं पता है, शायद आज के आसपास के बच्चों को ओलंपियाड्स के बारे में नहीं पता है, वो करना चाहता है, so that he is able to put across that मैं भी इस चीज में अच्छा हूं. बट अगर वो सिर्फ इसी के लिए, टेंशन ग्रैबिंग के लिए कर रहा है, then that is something where you should be saying no to, and this is also for the students who are watching this. ठीक है, तो grabbing attention of course is a norm today. हर किसी को चाहिए. ठीक है, मैं हमेशा से ये बोलता हूँ कि कब तक तुम लाइक करते रहोगे दूसरे के प्रोफाइल्स को, कुछ ऐसा करो कि लोग तुम्हें लाइक करें. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, चाहे वो एकेडमिक्स में हो, चाहे वो स्पोर्ट्स में हो, चाहे किसी भी तरीके में हो. बट अगेन यू शुड बी हैविंग समथिंग सो दैट पीपल आर एबल टू लाइक यू, पीपल शुड बी फॉलोइंग यू. दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ योर लाइफ. Of course, Olympiads is one of the ways, but again, अगर सिर्फ अटेंशन के लिए तुम ओलंपियाड जा रहे हो, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सक्सीड, यू विल बी वेस्टिंग योर रिसोर्सेज, यू विल बी वेस्टिंग योर टाइम, यू विल बी वेस्टिंग योर मनी एज वेल. Because this, my dear students, is one of the toughest exams. Difficulty wise, इसका toughness level is more than JEE Advanced. यहां पर पिछले साल 100 मार्क्स का जो पेपर था, IOQM 2022 की बात कर रहा हूं मैं, 100 मार्क्स का जो पेपर था उसमें 20 से ज्यादा स्कोर करने वाले पूरे इंडिया में 450 बच्चे थे. 450 स्टूडेंट्स अक्रॉस इंडिया scored more than 20 marks out of 100. So this is the kind of difficulty we're talking about. Are you getting this? Right? So if you're doing this for attention grabbing, and this is the big thing now, मैं बहुत सारे बच्चे देख रहा हूँ और उनसे मिलने के बाद हमें पता लगता है कि he is not very good at studies, he is struggling in schools, but फिर भी maths Olympiad की preparation कर रहा है. So if your child is struggling in schools, is not very good in mathematics, you should say no to maths Olympiad, because this is going to make things even worse, because this is something which is going to demand a lot of time, lot of attention, lot of sitting hours, lot of practice, and what not. This is going to drain your child's energy, because of course the rewards are very high, but again this is what it is going to do. So if he is struggling, if he or she is struggling at schools and again doing maths Olympiad just to attention grab, say no to maths Olympiad. If you are addicted to social media, this is for the students also. Addicted to social media, stories करने का, देखने का बहुत ज़्यादा शौक है, Instagram stories, Facebook stories देखने का बहुत ज़्यादा शौक है, बार बार ऊपर नीचे चलता रहता है हाथ. Say no, because this is something which is not made for you. यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम चाहिए, बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत चाहिए, बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल चाहिए, right? So all these things, बहुत ज़्यादा पेशेंस चाहिए. Are you getting this? Patience कैसे? Because there will be times, most of the times you will not be able to solve the question at first go. Those are the kind of questions. ऐसे क्वेश्चन नहीं होंगे जो तुमने पहले देखे होंगे, ऐसे क्वेश्चन होंगे जिनको तुम्हें खुद से निकालना पड़ेगा. So there will be a lot of questions. Most of the questions you will not be able to solve the first go. तो again solution नहीं देखना. You have to be patient. You have to learn to be patient. So this is what Maths Olympiad is ultimately going to teach you. But again, if you're struggling in school, Mathematics Olympiad, not for you. You should be saying no to your child if your child is struggling at school. As simple as that. And of course, if you get distracted very easily, so second and third point are very related, and you have short sitting hours, again, Mathematics Olympiad is something that you are ultimately going to struggle at. Because छोटे hours हैं, 10 मिनट के अंदर तुम उठ जाते हो कुछ खाने के लिए, कुछ पीने के लिए, आधे घंटे के लिए उठ जाते हो, 1 घंटे के लिए उठ जाते हो, बिकॉज यहाँ पर ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स के साथ डील करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे जो मे बी 2-2 घंटे 3-3 घंटे तुम एक साथ लगे रहो, अटेंशन पूरा फोकस है, अटेंशन है, तुम चीजें खुद से डिराइव कर रहे हो ऑन 2 hours, 3 hours are stretched. So those kind of things are there in Mathematics Olympiad if you're talking about the highest level of mathematics, right? And शायद मैंने 2 घंटे 3 घंटे भी कम बोला है, ठीक है. I know a lot of students who sit at a problem for 5, 6, 7 hours at a stretch and still they're not able to get it. They sit at it another day, ठीक है. लास्ट ईयर हमने एक इंटरव्यू देखा था एक बच्चे का जिसने यहाँ पर इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे बोला था कि 3 दिन के लिए उस एक प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर वो उसने मेहनत किया था, right? So those are the kind of problems that we are looking at, guys. Yes. So again, अगर छोटे sitting hours हैं, if you're very attracted, very addicted to social media, Facebook, Instagram, then again Mathematics Olympiad is something which is not for you. So these are some of the points where you should directly say no to your child. And of course, if you're a child, student seeing this video, खुद ही अलग हो जाओ बच्चों, ठीक है. बिकॉज ये एक ऐसी चीज है जो बहुत ज्यादा अटेंशन चाहती है, बहुत ज्यादा पेशेंस डिमांड करती है, बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी डिमांड करती है, बहुत ज्यादा फोकस डिमांड करती है, बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत डिमांड करती है. सो अगर वो नहीं कर सकते हो तो दिस इज अल्टीमेटली गोइंग टू वेस्ट योर टाइम, दिस इज गोइंग टू वेस्ट योर एनर्जी, दिस इज गोइंग टू वेस्ट एवरीथिंग. इससे अच्छा है ये जो टाइम है, एनर्जी है, किसी और जगह डाल लो, ठीक है. लर्न अ गुड स्किल, राइट. सो दिस इज राइट. बट ऑफ कोर्स अगर ये नहीं है, इनमें से कुछ नहीं है, एंड अगर इनमें से कुछ है, देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अपसाइड्स आल्सो, ठीक है. अगर तुम 8th में हो, 9th में हो, जल्दी मैथमेटिक्स ओलंपियाड के पीछे पड़ गए हो, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अपसाइड्स. व्हाट आर द अपसाइड्स? ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच आई हैव बीन टेलिंग a lot in my lectures, but again, you get a chance to represent India at a very young age, and this is a dream for a lot of students, I would say. ये अभी तक हमारा भी ड्रीम है यार, chance to represent your country, chance to wear tricolor on your sleeves. So this is what it does. हर साल इंडिया से 6 बच्चे इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, हर कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, एंड एक जगह कंपटीशन होता है. दिस कंपटीशन इज स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. प्रिपरेशन होती है, प्रिपरेशन करके उन बच्चों के ऊपर काम किया जाता है, उन बच्चों को लेके जाते हैं, अल्टीमेटली दे कम्पीट अमंग्स अदर पीयर्स, अमंग्स स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ डिफरेंट कंट्रीज, एंड ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर मेडल्स टू बी वन. सो देयर इज अ चांस टू रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया. प्री-आरएमओ, INMO मेरिट सर्टिफिकेट. सो आजकल तो प्री-आरएमओ का नाम IOQM हो गया, तो IOQM के मेरिट सर्टिफिकेट्स का एक अलग एडवांटेज है, INMO मेरिट सर्टिफिकेट का अलग एडवांटेज है. सो ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू आर एबल टू qualify INMO, you get a chance to get direct admission into a lot of good colleges, best colleges of the country, which is IIT Bombay, IIT Gandhinagar, ISI Kolkata, ISI Bangalore, right, and others, many others, because I've taken a whole video on this, and यहाँ पर बहुत सारे और colleges के नाम mention किए. Few of them are this, CMI. So without giving the exam, you get a chance to get into these colleges. If you are INMO qualified, हर साल 60 बच्चे, 60 students, ठीक है, and on an average qualify INMO every year. And again, if you are amongst those 60 students, from class 8 to class 12, you have 5 chances. 5 chances तुम्हें मिलते हैं, 5 attempts मिलती हैं तुम्हें. And अगर किसी भी एक attempt में तुम INMO तक पहुंच जाते हो, again these are the colleges जो तुम बिना इनके entrance exams के, for example IIT बॉम्बे में, otherwise इन सीट्स को लेने के लिए यू नीड टू गिव JEE एडवांस, यू नीड टू गिव ISI UGA, UGB, CMI का अलग से पेपर होता है. वो पेपर तुम हट जाते हो और सीधा एडमिशन मिल जाती है. देयर आर अदर कॉलेजेस आल्सो, IIT हैदराबाद, राइट. सो अदर कॉलेजेस आल्सो which are there, but again these are the major colleges जो of course preparing this gives you get a chance to have a very strong foundation for competitive exams like JEE. ये तो होता ही है, because we only say one thing, that अगर इस प्रोग्राम को तुम ज्वाइन करते हो, मैथमेटिक्स ओलंपियाड की प्रिपरेशन तुम खुद से करते हो, चाहे हमारे प्रोग्राम के थ्रू या खुद से कर रहे हो, देन तुम्हें सोचना आ जाता है. यू आर एबल टू थिंक इंडिपेंडेंटली, यू आर एबल टू थिंक ऑन योर ओन, एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगर इफ यू आर एबल टू थिंक इंडिपेंडेंटली, यू विल बी एबल टू डू वेरी वेल इन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स लाइक IIT JEE. एंड दिस इज समथिंग विच वी हैव सीन ओवर द ईयर्स. ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स जो इनमें क्वालिफाई करते हैं, जो अल्टीमेटली JEE के लिए प्रिपरेशन करते हैं, वो हमेशा JEE क्वालिफाई करते हैं विद अ वेरी गुड रैंक. This has been the norm. This has been for past 13 years at least. जब से मैं हूँ, मुझसे पहले भी, मतलब मेरे साथ भी जब मैं IIT में गया था, बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे ऐसे जो INMO qualified थे, and they were top rankers in IIT. So this happens every year. So students who qualify INMO and who prepare for JEE, they ultimately get very high ranks in these competitive exams. Of course, you are able to do never seen before problems, and सोचना आ जाता है, you are able to think independently. So these are the benefits, upsides of the preparation. And I'm briefly discuss कर लेते हैं. This is for the parents. Of course, all the students know this, but this is for the parents. These are the current stages of IOQM in India. So the first stage is IOQM. This happens in October, last Sunday. So it is an objective kind of exam. 24 questions. डबल डिजिट आंसर. सो डबल डिजिट आंसर मतलब सारे के सारे आंसर 00 से 99 तक होंगे, राइट. सो दिस इज स्टेज 1. स्टेज 1. सो नॉर्मली दे सेलेक्ट 1000 स्टूडेंट्स अक्रॉस इंडिया फ्रॉम 8th to 12th. नॉर्मली 1000 में प्लस माइनस 200 हो सकता है. लास्ट ईयर कट ऑफ काफी ऊपर पहले से अनाउंस हो गया था. देयर वाज अ प्री अनाउंस कट ऑफ. So, and paper was very difficult. So around 450 students were only, able to give this exam. But I would assume the safe number to be 1000, because last to last year it was 1000, last to last year it was 1000. So 1000 year would write INMO. This is exam which happens in January, second Sunday, second or third. It's a subjective exam. 6 questions, 17 marks each, total of 102 marks. Just to make things interesting, this year the cutoff for the students who were able to qualify in more was 20 or 19 marks, sorry. 19 out of 102 if you are scoring. If you are scoring 19 out of 102, you were through. So 19 was the cutoff this year. And for this, 20 marks पे normally हमें certificate मिलता है. IOQM certificate. And this cutoff to write in more, the cutoff is generally 30 marks. Okay, so last year it was 30. I don't know the cutoff is going to change this year or not, but I would assume last year का 30 है तो इस साल भी 30 ही रहेगा. So 20, if you are able to score 20 or more, you will get IOQM certificate, which has a lot of importance. You can use this as a resume point also. And of course, if you are able to get more than 30 marks, you will be able to write this subjective exam. ठीक है? The fact that you are able to write InMo exam only after scoring 30 and only 450 students across India were able to write this exam tells you the difficulty level of this exam. Okay? Of course, the exam is very difficult. If we compare this to J Advanced में, this is not the cutoff clearly. Cutoff 50%, मतलब 50% में अच्छा रैंक आ जाता है. यहाँ पर 20%, 30% पे तुम पूरे इंडिया में 450, वो भी 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th में. Right? So this shows that this is more difficult than the JEE Advanced. Of course, if you're able to, qualify in more, 60 students across India get qualified and they're able to attempt this camp called IMOTC. Okay? IMOTC is training camp which happens in HPCSE. It's an offline camp sponsored by Government of India. यहाँ पर 1 महीने का कैंप होता है, टेस्ट होते हैं, टेस्ट के बेसिस पे ऑफ कोर्स मार्क्स कैलकुलेट किए जाते हैं एंड टॉप 6 स्टूडेंट्स get a chance to represent India in international maths Olympiads. So this is what the structure of IMO is. Of course, there are other Olympiads like SOF. SOF is something which is very famous in India, and of course that is not that's a private Olympiad. जिसका level as compared to this Olympiad is not even 1%. But this is the actual Olympiad which is conducted by the Government of India. Right? So this is the one जिसकी हम तैयारी करवाते हैं. Of course, इसकी तैयारी करोगे जितने भी और Olympiads होंगे related Olympiads की तैयारी अपने आप हो जाएगी. So this is the current structure. And if we talk about results, last year 51 students out of 468 students who were selected to write InMo were ours, 51 students. And these are the students with top marks, 54, 51, 50, 49, 49. Right? So these are the students, and we are proud to have mentored these students. And if we talk about InMo results, so out of 60, 10 students were from Vedantu Olympiad School, and these are the students who have made us proud. Right, so, and these are the students who qualified InMo last year, but they helped the teachers teach these students. Okay, so they were also taking the classes in these batches, right? So this is the kind of mathematics community that we built over the years. Right, and this student, of course, he qualified British Maths Olympiad. So जैसे इंडिया में IMO है, InMo qualify करके कैंप में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे BMO level 2 qualify करके you get to be a part of the camp. So this student qualified BMO level 2. And of course, it starts from the basic IOQM. So again, IOQM के लिए, we are starting this batch called IOQM Prime 2023, and it will be taken by me, the entire batch. The start date is 1st of April. So I think next Monday is going to be the first class of this particular batch. So again, if your child satisfies the yes criteria that I wrote earlier, any of those criterias, and if you think that your child has it in you, and you want to push him for Mathematics Olympiad, of course it is going to help in the school curriculum also, because school part he is going to find really easy, mathematics part at least, and he'll be able to think on his own. So this is one of the options, apart from, of course, preparing on his own. So these are the highlights. So 80 live lectures, 10 part tests, 5 full tests, Telegram, assignments, video solution, test video solutions are going to be there. And the batch is for 5,400 rupees. The description is there in the link is there in the description box. This is the coupon code which is already applied. Right, so this is the highlight. The schedule is 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 to 4:30 p.m. The timings are not going to get changed. These are live batch timings. Live classes are going to be held in this time. Of course, if you're not able to attend any of these classes live, you You can always see the recordings. Recordings of all the classes are going to be there. Right, so this is one. So it is going to be from basics to IOQM level. It is going to cover, and of course, if you are able to qualify IOQM, we'll be supporting you for INMO also, for free of cost. Right, so, and of course for 7th and 8th, this is the batch that we've launched. This is the first time we're launching a batch for 7th and 8th class students. So 8th class students are there in both. So यहाँ पर 8th class students only, if they're preparing for the first time, they should be joining Prime Juniors. And अगर पिछली बार preparation किया हुआ है 8th class में, 7th में थोड़ा बहुत preparation किया हुआ है, then they should be joining the other batch. So 40 live, and these are the highlights. And these are the things that we are going to cover in this particular batch. So we are going to cover unit, digit, HCF, LCM, divisibility, divisor, decimals, from algebra, exponent, playing with numbers, Diophantine, linear equations, identities, polynomials, quadratic sequence, square root, cube root, distance, work, profit loss ratio. So these are the cover things. Of course, some of the things are there in the curriculum, some are not there in the curriculum. But these are the tools that we will be using to improve the thinking level of your child, right? So geometry will be covering these, combi will be covering factorial. So these are the things which might, so combi is something which comes in class 11 for the first time. But we feel that a student who has good comprehensive skills, who is able to comprehend things in a better way, he will be able to take these. And अगर इसको ये पढ़ाया जाए 7th class में, वो बहुत ज़्यादा और कुछ सीख सकता है. He will be able to, understand a lot of things in a better way. Right? So ideally, these things should be a part of the curriculum in the school zone also, but for some reason, they're not putting this in school curriculum. For example, number theory is very badly covered in school. I'm sorry to say this, but this is true. School curriculum, it is very badly covered, and numbers is one thing which actually fascinates a lot of things, students. Right? So and which is very badly covered. Nothing is there as far as number theory is concerned in school books and curriculum. So these are the things which we feel that a student, if he is taught in a very good way, and if he is made to think deeper in these things, he will be able to, think independently and learn a lot of things himself. Got it? So these are the batches are yet to be launched. I mean, they have already been launched. The first class is on first week of April. So this batch is for 3,600 rupees, and these are the highlights. So this is 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Saturday, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Right, so that is it, guys. And if there are any questions, let me know. How to manage school and Olympiad. So this is very tricky in fun, yes. So बच्चे, मैं सिंपल सी ये चीज़ बोलूँगा, अगर स्कूल का बहुत ज़्यादा काम है, ठीक है, एंड अगर वो कंप्लीट करना है, तो either take permission from your school, and if your school is not given that permission, go for school, do not go for this. Because होगा क्या अगर स्कूल का बहुत ज़्यादा काम है और वो इम्पॉर्टेंट भी है, एंड स्कूल कोई लेवरेज नहीं दे रहा, एंड अगर मैथ्स ओलंपियाड तुमने ले लिया, एंड मैथ्स ओलंपियाड में ऑफकोर्स इट इज गोइंग टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ योर टाइम, तो अल्टीमेटली यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू कंसंट्रेट हियर ऑल्सो एंड देयर ऑल्सो, एंड बोथ आर गोइंग टू सफर. So best way is either take leverage from the school, tell them that you're preparing for Maths Olympiad, and this is something जो school का भी ultimately popularity grow करेगा, because there are very few schools in India जो Maths Olympiad को promote करते हैं, and of course उनके कारण बहुत ज़्यादा famous भी हैं, because ultimately बहुत सारे IITians, बहुत सारे NEET aspirants उस school से निकलते हैं in the long run. And of course, Maths Olympiad itself is a big thing now in India. So ask your school if they can give you some leverage. अगर वो नहीं देते, go for school. Do not go for Maths Olympiad. IOQM starts. Again, let me show you. एक बार मैं दिखा देता हूँ किस तरीके से तुम ले सकते हो. Okay. तो यहाँ पर these are the links. सो IOQM प्राइम जूनियर के 2 लिंक्स हैं, प्राइम के ये लिंक्स हैं. सो कौन सी भी क्लास में हो, अगर तुम 8th में हो तो ये 9th में, 10th में, 11th में. सो अगर तुम 10th में हो, सो दिस इज द लिंक, एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन पिक अप एनी लिंक बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ सेम बैच. नीचे जाओगे 5400 बाय कोर्स, कंटिन्यू विद गूगल, फिल इन डिटेल्स, एंड ऑफ कोर्स मैं करके दिखा देता हूं. सो ये अपने आप कूपन कोड अप्लाई हो जाएगा. and you'll be able to buy this for 5,400 rupees. Similarly, for this 7th or 8th, if you want to purchase this, this is the link. The price is 3,600 buy course, and I've already filled in the details. So again, the coupon code gets automatically applied. Got it? 6th class. So again, अभी हमने 7th तक गए हैं बच्चे, ठीक है. मे बी नेक्स्ट ईयर 6 भी करवा देंगे, बट बहुत सारे 6th क्लास के बच्चों ने भी ये ले लिया है. बट 6th क्लास के बच्चे ये तभी लें अगर उन्होंने 7th का एनसीईआरटी कंप्लीट कर लिया और 8th के कुछ टॉपिक्स कर लिए. सो इफ यू कंप्लीटेड क्लास 7th एनसीईआरटी, क्लास 8 सर्टेन टॉपिक्स, देन यू कैन बाय द प्राइम जूनियर्स, अदरवाइज नो. Moving to class 11. So again, this is one point that I want to address, and I'll probably make a separate session also. But अगर class 11th में जा रहे हो, so class 11th में 2 टाइप के बच्चे हैं, ठीक है. So one whose primary goal is JEE, to get a good rank in JEE. Others who want to pursue mathematics and they want to get admissions into colleges like ISI, CMI, and so on. If you're this kind, of course, go for this. बिकॉज ISI का प्रिपरेशन, CMI का प्रिपरेशन में बहुत सारी चीज़ें तुम्हें मैथ्स ओलंपियाड से कवर हो जाएंगी. देयर विल बी सर्टेन थिंग्स ऑफ कोर्स जो नहीं कवर होंगी, कैलकुलस वो तुम्हें अलग से करना पड़ेगा, बट काफ़ी पोर्शन हो जाएगा कवर. अगर ये हो, अब इसमें भी 2 कैटेगरीज है. अगर ये हो, इफ योर फुल फोकस इज JEE, अब 2 कैटेगरीज के. अगर तुम्हारे IOQM में मार्क्स अच्छे हैं, पिछले साल 10th क्लास के अंदर मार्क्स अच्छे हैं, मतलब यू स्कोर मोर देन 25 मार्क्स आउट ऑफ लेट्स से 100, ठीक है. अगर 25 से ऊपर है एंड यू थिंक दैट यू हैव अ गुड चांस ऑफ क्वालिफाइंग INMO, बिकॉज इनमो क्वालिफायर्स में मेजरली बच्चे क्लास 11th के होते हैं. इफ देयर इज अ ग्रेट चांस दैट यू आर एबल टू क्वालिफाई इनमो, देन यू शुड गो फॉर मैथ्स ओलंपियाड प्रिपरेशन अलॉन्ग विद JEE. बट अगर 25 से कम मार्क्स है 10th क्लास के अंदर, देन एंड योर प्राइमरी एम इज JEE, देन यू शुड गो फॉर JEE ओनली. क्या कर सकते हो IOQM की प्रिपरेशन के लिए? 2 महीने पहले, 3 महीने पहले यू कैन स्टार्ट फोकसिंग ऑन टॉपिक्स लाइक नंबर थ्योरी, ज्योमेट्री. दीज आर द 2 टॉपिक्स व्हिच आर नॉट देयर इन योर JEE मैथमेटिक्स. तो इनकी प्रिपरेशन अलग से तुम कर सकते हो एंड अल्टीमेटली स्कोर वेल इन JEE, स्कोर वेल इन IOQM. बट अगर 25 से ज्यादा मार्क्स है, देन आई वुड डेफिनेटली सजेस्ट कि स्पेयर सम टाइम इन अ वीक टू फोकस ऑन प्रॉब्लम्स व्हिच आर कनेक्टेड टू इनमो. Because agar if you're able to qualify INMO in class 11, then there's of course it takes off a lot of pressure. First of all, it is a huge resume point. एक ऐसा एग्जाम जो पूरे इंडिया में 60 बच्चे क्लियर करते हैं, you are one of them. It is going to give you a lot of motivation, conviction, and of course it is going to propel you, for a good rank in JEE Advanced also. Number 2, it would take off a lot of pressure because there would be certain colleges like IIT Bombay का MSc Mathematics, IIT गांधीनगर के कुछ ब्रांचेस हैं, देन ISI, CMI, ये ऑलरेडी कॉलेज तुम्हें मिल चुके हैं 11th क्लास के अंदर ही, एज सुन एज यू क्वालिफाई इनमो. सो इट टेक्स अप अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर. जो प्रेशर नहीं होता ना, तो आदमी मतलब बहुत फ्रीली बैटिंग करता है, राइट. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन विद JEE प्रिपरेशन आल्सो, राइट. सो दीज आर द 2 थिंग्स. बच्चे देखो, अगर इफ योर स्कूल इज गिविंग यू नो लेवरेज, आई डोंट थिंक यू शुड बी प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इनमो IOQM, एज सिंपल एज दैट, ठीक है. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली अगर स्कूल लेवरेज नहीं दे रहे और IOQM की प्रिपरेशन भी तुम कर रहे हो, तो दोनों ही चीजें सफर होंगी. इससे बेटर है कि IOQM छोड़ दो और स्कूल में अच्छा करो, ठीक है. स्कूल में भी अगर अच्छा करोगे, हो सकता है कि स्कूल परफॉर्मेंस खुश होकर अगले साल लेवरेज दे दे. गॉट इट? गॉट इट? In IOQM Prime we'll be giving our own assignments and whatever books जो होंगी वो हम e-books की फॉर्म में देंगे टेलीग्राम में. Don't worry about it. Majorly our assignments are going to work. या बेसिकली बच्चा देखो, हमारे यहाँ पे टॉपर पॉट बैचेस होते हैं. तो इफ यू स्कोर गुड मार्क्स इन ओलंपियाड, चाहे वो मैथ्स ओलंपियाड हो, चाहे जूनियर साइंस ओलंपियाड हो, चाहे फिजिक्स ओलंपियाड हो, अगर अच्छे इन तीनों में से किसी भी अच्छे मार्क्स आते हैं, then you get a free entry to our topper pod batches, जिसके लिए अदरवाइज हम टेस्ट लेते हैं. तो टॉपर पॉड बैचेस के अंदर तुम JEE या फिर नीट की प्रिपरेशन आराम से कर सकते हो. हाँ, IOQM प्राइम के अंदर सब कुछ बेसिक से होगा. IOQM प्राइम के अंदर एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग फ्रॉम बेसिक्स. अगर RMO बैच के अंदर हो, उसके अंदर ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर सर्टेन assumptions but यहाँ पे prime है, everything is going from base. Okay. Chalo guys, I think I've answered a lot of your doubts, and if there are any more queries, just let me know on the comment section, and always you can connect to me over Telegram. Take care, God bless you, bye everyone. See you.